Okay, S&P 500 looks like it's already setting up. Broke this 1 hour swing low. This has a lot to go here. First, I want to recap. Pound, dollar yesterday. Let's see. Yeah, did exactly what I thought. So broke this. We closed our trade here. It actually could have went a little bit further, all the way to a 1.64 technically. But yeah, I would not have held it that long. In fact, I didn't hold it that long. Delete this. I think I seen this earlier, or I seen this last night. Where are we? Hold. So this, oh, I can delete this now. It's yesterday's. Let's see price. Oh, it's the daily. I want the hourly. This is crazy. See this imbalance right here, right at 133.48, which I talked about yesterday. You can go back in the stream yesterday. And see that I said it would have a big issue with once it hits this imbalance, and look, wick after wick after wick after wick just got bought up. There's so many buyers in here that every time it came down, it got bought up. It created a swing low here, tested it, got filled. Now might fill some spots up here. I'm gonna wait to see if anyone joins the stream, see what they want me to go over. I'm going to line up this trade, focus on it. Hopefully I get an entry that I want. All right. Lots of movement here possible. Now outline this. I'm waiting all week for this. So we have this 4-hour swing low. Really, if price breaks this, then we are solid all the way down to here. Set an alert for this one. I already got an alert set for that one. One-hour swing lows here. Perhaps created a new lower 1-hour swing high here, so you can see consecutively, which is nice. Appears like the trend is switching and it wants to maybe come down and fill these imbalances. So we gotta find an entry now. New York opens in 18 minutes. Clean this up a little bit. We're going to highlight some of these imbalances. Price might come back up and retest before we enter. says my stream's current bitrate is 2100, but my OBS says it's at over 6000. And perfect. How's that possible? Oh, OBS is dropping. Oh well, hopefully the stream works. This is already breaking lower, but I really want, yeah, no, I need to retest. A couple 5-minute imbalances here. It says YouTube's not receiving enough video to maintain, but like OBS is solid. I don't know. Super weird. Should we drop it down to 4? Don't think that's the issue. Oh, maybe, I don't know. Okay, maybe that fixed it. I dropped the bitrate even though it looked fine. Okay, hopefully that's better. Yeah, okay, so this is moving good in the direction we want, but it's creating imbalances. And New York is not open. I'm gonna mark that down. New York open 7:30, just so I remember, don't get ahead of myself. So we got imbalance here, 5-minute imbalances. We got a tiny 15 here. I'd like these to fill before I enter a trade. Even one high up here. All these imbalances pose a threat to my trade. So I mark this too. This is a 1-hour swing high. So now when we go on a lower time frames, that's a little long. That's better. Okay, so far so good. I'll watch these. Oops. So we got New York open at 7:30. Let's see if there's any other things that I might want. No, nothing's really moved that much through Asia and London, so just by looking at this, I don't see much that I want. I think S&P 500 is going to be my main guy today, this morning. So as far as entries go, let's see. We have a 30-minute imbalance. I would like this imbalance to fill. So all these major ones, I would say anything above a 15-minute, so like a 15-minute, a 30-minute, a 1 hour, those imbalances need to be filled. I'm not as concerned with this 15-minute imbalance because it's higher than this 1 hour swing high. So the only way I could see this actually getting filled is if this just continues bullish, obviously, and keeps going higher, which I don't think is going to happen. But if there's a between 7:30 and 8:30, especially 8. So New York opened at 7:30, that's a big one, and then at 8 there, well 8 a.m. my time, which would be 10 a.m. Eastern. There's going to be there usually is a big liquidity spike at 8 a.m. open too. So it's like the New York technically opens at 7:30, but like officially is 8. So generally, so if there's a big liquidity spike, maybe it comes up and taps this, maybe. So I'm going to keep that in mind. But at the very least, I want price to come up and fill at least this 30-minute, if not this 15. The rest I'm not as concerned about. They're not really big. You can see like this 5-minute imbalance and this one, they're not huge. So I mean, price will most likely come back up to that at some point, but shouldn't be today, shouldn't be this morning. So seems like you had a great entry. Yep. Are you talking about my pound trade yesterday or today, going over the S&P 500? So like ideally for my entry here, I'm going to want this to come back up. Let's just see. So if we look here, this is a good way to find an entry. So if we look at just this segment of price, you can see this 50-minute swing high. This might actually be creating a new one. So it takes 5 candles after this to make a new swing high. But so as far as right now, we don't have one. So if you're just looking at this 15-minute leg of price, there's been no imbalance, or sorry, there's been no retrace. So if it decides to retrace, you can see, look at bang on between the 50% to 618, very, very common retracement levels, right at this 30-minute imbalance. So if this price leg decides to retrace, 50%, between the 50% and 618, there's also a ton of wicks here. Where's this one? It's kind of hard to see, but see all these wicks in this area. So you can see, just go use my mouse. So price came down, came up, came down, broke this little level. Here, I'll see if I can mark this out. It's not going to be perfect, but it'll give you an idea. So there's a level here of support and resistance, if you want to call it that. I don't know, supply and demand, liquidity, whatever you want to call it. So you can see price rejected here, broke, came back down, broke it, came up, broke it, came down. You can see prices got filled here, came up, filled this imbalance. Look at that, perfect with these wicks, came back down, broke the structure, came back up. You can see wick, 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 right? Really, really hesitated to break this, and then finally broke it with this leg of price. So what'll most likely happen now is if this 15-minute leg of price decides to retrace, it's going to come back up, fill this 30-minute imbalance, retest this area of, well, I guess resistance you would call it, liquidity, because you can see, look, it struggled, now broke, so most likely will come retest it and fail. So that is what I'm waiting for. And I do want this 30-minute imbalance. It's quite a big one too. It's not huge, but it's a 30-minute imbalance, so quite a bit more significant than a 5-minute. So yeah, I want price to come back up. So as of right now, I'm kind of looking at like right here. I'm gonna be really disciplined with my trading this morning. Don't want to take any early entries. If I miss an entry, no big deal. But based on this structure, like there's no sense. Sometimes I enter, especially because it's still early in the session, like New York's not even open yet. But like generally what I would do is let this just come back up, and as soon as it decides to crack the swing lows on the 1-minute structure, I would take an entry. And like by doing that, I could lose a few trades at the start and then hit a winner, just like I did yesterday with pound dollar. But today I want to be more disciplined. I think we have the time. I think this can actually move quite a bit in the next hour, hour and a half. So I want price to come back up here, retest this area, fill this 30-minute imbalance, then break 1 minute structure to the downside. A 5 pip, 5 point, I guess, stop is very healthy for this. The S&P 500 works really, really well for me. And you can see my risk to reward is crazy good because I can easily hit a 1 to 10 today. This still has lots of life in it. And on the weekly, it usually moves about 350 points. So like this could actually be, 1 to 45, which sounds insane, but I've never hit a 1 to 45, but I've hit 1 to 20, 1 to 25 a couple times. Sometimes like it's really hard to hold the trade that long because it can reverse at any time. So at least trail your stops and stuff. But there has been times where my entries are perfect because we're already midweek and it's barely moved. So it still has a lot to move this week. And so if it hasn't moved up, you can see it's consolidating. If it hasn't moved up yet, it's probably moving down. So you can see all these imbalances in here. Price wants to fill. This is a really big, this is actually a 4-hour imbalance, but it highlights on the 1 as well. So it's a 1 hour. Show you. This is a 1 hour imbalance because you can see it's all highlighted here. But I have it marked as a 4-hour because it's also a massive 4-hour imbalance. So, which is right within the weekly range. So there's a lot of money to be made here in this little in this position, I guess. So even if I take a few shots at it and I get stopped out a couple times and then hit one, I mean, it pays for the rest. So, and odds are, you can see there's a swing low here, 1 hour here, here, here. So once price breaks this area, then I mean, it should kind of free fall here. So that is kind of what we're hoping for. We're going to be really disciplined with our entries though. Like I said, we have time. There's going to be some liquidity, some volume coming to the market in the next 5 minutes, and then probably during the next 35 minutes, and then especially at 8 a.m. my time, so 10 a.m. Eastern. So that's plenty of time for price to come up and fill this area, fill all the short positions, and then yeah, man, we're gonna wait and let price shift again from technically bullish as it retraces into bearish, and then boom, grab that entry. So okay, I'll just read the chat now. Oh, I thought you were already in a trade with S&P 500. Very good. No, I'm not in a trade yet. I may have missed this one, this break of structure here, but yeah, it's pretty risky still. Like the structure is good, but it's pretty risky because it's still early in the session. The volume hasn't really came in. If we look at our clock here, it's still a little bit early in London. London has a couple more hours before they close. New York opens 4 minutes here, and then LA, which is actually also San Francisco, which is the tech capital of the world. So there's a lot of volume still coming to the market, so I don't want to be too early on my entries because it could pull up quite a bit, right? If it decides, if there's a huge volume influx, it could fill this 30-minute, keep going, fill this 15, maybe even fill this 5, retest this area here. You can see there's a ton of wicks in this area, which is also where these imbalances are. So if it decides it wants to, come up and fill this, right, that's going to take me out of a bunch of positions, or it's going to take me out of my position. And then if I have to keep re-entering, right, that's more losses than I need to endure. So if we just wait it out and let price do its thing, it might take an extra hour, hour and a half, but I might get the perfect entry as long as it comes back up here. That's ideal scenario. So ideal scenario is it comes back up here, retest this area, and we sell off. It should be about the next hour, hour and a half, or we just watch this really close. So there's also, like, you can see it's created a 1 minute swing low. Now it's there's actually another one here. Rid of that. You can see, look at price came up, pulled back. This is actually a new 1 hour swing low here. It just might not form because the price action isn't perfect. It takes 5 candles to create a new swing low, and this didn't get it. So, but just visually looking at it, you can see it's somewhat there, right? Came up, pulled back, came up. So you have very minimal 1 minute bullish structure here. So yeah, hopefully this just continues up the next half hour to an hour, fills all these imbalances up here, and then we're ready to enter. Once it breaks, structure downwards. That's the thing. That's key. For I have to wait for price to come up, fill these imbalances, and then re-break the structure. So just because price comes up to this area, let's say it comes up to this 30-minute, I'm not just going to enter the trade right away because again, it might keep going up, right? It might want to fill all these other imbalances. It might want to retest these, might want to retest this 1 hour swing high, or even this area you can see. It might want to retest this whole area. So like if it decides it wants to retest all this and fill all these imbalances, then I don't want to be in a short position. It's just a waste of capital taking losses. So that is the plan. Do you have any other charts you want me to go over? What are you looking at this morning? Your entry with pound dollar yesterday was really good. So yeah, nothing's really moved that much this week. I guess it's only Wednesday, but oh, the S&P's breaking lower here. But no, I still I still want these imbalances to fill a little bit. That's the thing, like because I want so much out of this trade, like I want this this should be a 1 to 10 here. This 1 to 10 is so reasonable, but I want it to come back up because like let's say, oh yeah, New York's opening technically right now. That's what this volume coming in is. Like let's say I set this here, and it's like you can see it's breaking this swing low. There's all of this that most likely will get filled. So the chance of this breaking and continuing down without retracing, very slim, very very slim. So you can see, look, I would have already been out. So that's why we don't trade usually the first half hour of New York Open. So our position still remains up here. You can see some buyers coming in. Hopefully this just keeps coming, pushes up, fills these imbalances. Actually, for the day, I'm good as I've already hit my daily target of 3% this morning. So I'm just here to chill and support the channel. Oh man, I appreciate that. What did you take? What was your position? 3% is a good day. Never trade S&P 500. Yeah, I never used to, but there's two things I really really like about it that's done me really well. So the first thing is the spreads. The spreads are so small. It's like 0.8 for my entries. So like setting a 5-point stop, for example, is very very good because the spread is fantastic at only 0.8 at only 0.8 of a point. So yeah, the I can have really tight stops, and that's fantastic. Versus like pound yen, it's like 3 or 4 pips usually. The USD pairs, the dollar pairs are a little bit less, but just the higher spreads, something like pound kiwi, you're looking at like a 5-point spread, sometimes 4-point spread. So then it's really hard to have a 5-point or a 5-pip stop when you have a 4-point spread, right? So I like that. And then I find the S&P 500 really moves mostly during, the US session. between New York and California, I guess. So that's fantastic. You catch most of the move for the day within the next like 4 hours, 5 hours. So that's great. And then I find that it trends really well. So you can see like as this trends up, it creates all these imbalances, and then it switches structure up here. Now it should most likely come back down and fill all these imbalances. So it's much easier to trade that way because it trends so well. And then when it moves, so like when it moves during New York session, it moves significantly. And so significant moves like this, for example, create imbalances that will get filled later on. So it's just really, I find it really healthy price structure, price movement to trade, because it just, the way it moves, it creates big imbalances to fill later, and then when it moves consistently. It's not like all choppy. I mean, it's not always trending perfect, obviously. Most things don't, but yeah, you can see like when it's going down, it actually goes down, and then when it goes up, it actually goes up. So I like the trending part. I did short dollar Swiss. Okay, I'm gonna look at that actually. Do I have it up here? No. What was your reason for dollar Swiss? So choppy. Do you think this is going to start pulling up? I'm actually going to set an alert. When price breaks this a daily swing high right here, I might look to start buying this back up. What was your short position, your entry, your exit, and your reason for taking it? I would never trade this. It's way choppy. She's finding some support here, right at 56.12. 82,601 entry and got out at 82.35. Let's check that out. E2601, we'll just mark this up. Did you get in right at the top here? Like 5 hours ago, 4.5 hours ago? This is actually really nice. Right here. Beauty. Saw empty nodes of volume and confirmed with a modified Fibonacci and anchored VRAP. Wow. Sounds very technical. Right on. $82,601 and 35 for euro. Roughly there. Something like that. That's awesome. I never use volumes. I should learn how to use volumes. I just think of volume as like session. Like certain sessions are going to have more volume than others. But I should use volume more often. Or at least learn how to use it. I just never, it's not something I really focus on, just straight volume. Price structure is my primary focus. Then breaks of structure. It's how I formulate my trades. I used to trade just gold, but my mind is not that strong to keep trade it. So I switched to regular Forex. Yeah, gold. We can look at gold actually. Gold has been nuts lately. I do think it's going to come and fill this 1 hour. It's basically going to overshoot this 1 hour swing high, fill this big imbalance, and then I think continue down. It's because it's moved so much. Yeah, I haven't traded gold much in the past, but it's tough to trade, but like it trends ridiculous. So especially lately, it's been like just straight up. But I think yeah, we can delete these as they've been filled. Like, look, I just want to take a look at how price fills these imbalances. Even though like you think they're significant because they're so small, look at just these little baby sliver of imbalance. Look at these wicks come down, fill them, boom, boom, and then back up, right? Imbalances are just so key. I think if I would have understood imbalances years ago, man, it would have made my life easier. I think as a new trader, it's so frustrating when you see something like you'll see a price segment like this, for example, right? So like gold. This is like the end of last week. Just straight up, right? Like $200 up, just boom, straight up, 300 almost. And then watch, it'll start coming back down, and it'll start filling all these imbalances, right? But as a new trader, you don't understand that, so you're just like, you probably bought right here, let's say, because it's gonna keep going up, or you probably bought around here, right? And you're like, oh yeah, it's gonna just keep going, and then all of a sudden it just absolutely tanks and comes all the way back down to here, or decides to go even further, right? Because you have all these imbalances, and then you're just like, what is going on? Like, how does it go up all the way up here and then come all the way back? And the reason is because it moved so fast that it created all these imbalances. So like this candle right here, 2 a.m. So it would have been almost during London session. It moved so heavily here and here. This one actually got filled already, but there's a lot of buyers in here that didn't get in on their price. So what's going to happen is it works algorithmically. So we're running out of buyers up here, so now we have to go find buyers. Where are the buyers in the market? Well, they're here, they're here, they're here, and we know that because we've already seen this. So because price shot up through here and never retested it, I'm sure there's buyers in here that wanted to buy around 32.82. And so what'll happen is the market will reverse and go fill those orders, right? Let's go find some buyers. Where are they? They're here, they're here, they're here, they're here. So that's where the market's going to head, because we ran out of buyers up top here. Gold is crazy, great profit, but I'd rather keep the sanity in my mind. Yeah, you got to find out whatever works for you. You can trade one thing, you can trade 30 things, you can trade whatever works for you, whatever. Yeah. Um, there's really no. That's the thing as a trader. Like, you just have to figure out your system. But I think everyone can benefit from understanding imbalances in the market. I think like that is something everyone can implicate in their trading strategy that will do wonders. Because you look at this, And like obviously gold is bullish. Um, and I don't think these imbalances are ever going to get filled. It's just, I mean, we'd have to have the world would probably have to collapse for these ones to get filled. But these primary ones, like these most recent ones, and if you just look at like this price leg here, this was the last daily swing low, although I do believe it's creating another one here. Um, but it's safe to say, so like this actually did come down. I mean, this is perfect. But like, let's just pretend that from here to here hasn't happened yet. So we just have this high here and prices begin to pull back a little bit. You're thinking, well, where's it going to go? Well, it's going to come and it's going to probably fill between the 50%, the 618, any imbalances in here, which you can see there was a massive daily one here. So, it's just finding the most relevant imbalances. So this would have been a daily imbalance here. And you can see, look, price came, filled it. Perfect, right? So, like, do I think this is going to fill all the imbalances? No, but if I had to guess, and I mean, like a daily imbalance is massive. So this is a 1 hour, but I can actually adjust this here. I'm going to take this one here. Hopefully I'm not missing anything on my S&P trade, but this is a good lesson. So this is a daily imbalance that hasn't been filled yet. So where do you think price is coming down to? Probably here is a good start. So whether you're looking to short gold or buy gold, it's important to understand that this daily imbalance will most likely get hit. So whether you want to buy it or sell it, if you want to buy it, I wouldn't buy up here. I would buy down here. As long as price comes down here and starts to reject it and get bought up, then you're probably good for a buy. But if you wanted to sell it right now or soon or whatever, like this trade setup is actually fantastic because odds are, if it needs more liquidity, if it needs more sellers, for example, it needs to find them. So there's a huge imbalance here of sellers. You can see this massive 1 hour candle. So there's a lot of sellers here that never got in, right? So they're going to get in right here. So might actually see this. I set an alert, so we'll see if we get this in this session. But if it pops up and fills this imbalance, that's your sellers, right? Where are your sellers going to take it? Well, they're going to take it all the way down here to this daily imbalance where the buyers are at. So the sellers take it to the buyers take it back up to more sellers up here. And that's how the market really, really works. And I didn't understand that for a long time. I had no idea. But imbalances are just so crucial. And if you don't understand them, then you get really frustrated with, well, why is price doing this? Like it created this swing high. Why did it go up? And then why did it keep going down after that? That's why. It's just filling all the imbalances. The buyers and sellers that never got their fill. So let's go back. We'll watch our S&P. This is actually looking really, really nice on the 1 hour. Look at this. Exactly what we called here. So let's see, we got 14 minutes till 8 a.m., which is 10 a.m. New York, which is when I think the major movements really start to happen at about that time. It's kind of like all the investment bankers have sat down and decided what they want to do for the day, for the rest of the week, whatever. So odds are we'll get it. It's already pushing up. We might get another good push the next 13 minutes. And then, yeah, I have to get this position ready, decide what I want to risk. I'm going to prepare to take multiple entries. So maybe I got to divide my total risk by like maybe 3 or 4 positions. Might win on the first one, but in case I don't, I got to strategically scale them up, right? So if my first position, let's say I risk 1%, my second position is 1.5, my third position is 2. I do think we can get a 1 to 10 here. So we need price to fill these imbalances and then break structure. So let's just see what I want to risk here. Can't see this, it's on my other screen, but Yeah, we'll risk 1% on the first trade. Oh, this is setting up quick. I gotta run and take a pee. Get another coffee. I might miss this entry. No, I probably won't miss it, but it'll probably take some time filling these and consolidating a little bit. Yeah, see, it's all over the place right now. I got some time, maybe. Although it did just hit this 50%. Oh, very close. So I think there's still another push. You can see it came up, filling this 1 minute imbalance, and then hopefully continues to head higher there. Okay, we're gonna get this trade already. Oh, she's selling off now. Okay, I'm gonna be right back. Get out of here. I'll be right back. Hopefully I don't miss this entry, but I don't think I will. All right, I'm back. Oh, didn't miss my entry. That's great. Got a fresh coffee. Price is pushing up. Next 4 minutes, we'll get a big influx. I'd like all these imbalances to get filled. I'd like to get this retested. Might be overkill, but as I have a laptop, I use a tablet and phone to help trade around the house if I have to take a break. Yeah, I do that too. When I run to the bathroom, I'll take my phone, just watch TradingView the whole time. Yeah, I do the same thing. I wasn't too worried about missing this because, again, like for my entry, I need all this to get filled, and then I need to break a structure. So as of right now, my real entry would be like right here. So look at that. Hit the 30-minute imbalance, just like I said it would. Oh, rejecting it. That's a big 30-minute candle. A normal 30-minute candle is 12 points, and this one's 21 already. Yeah, so right now, this is doing exactly what we want, but I am waiting for a break of structure back to the downside because technically this is bullish. So you can see, look, came up, came back down, broke the high. So like I'm not a good rule of thumb, and I had to learn this the hard way over the years. Never try to catch a falling knife and never try to stop a shooting star. So like, like there's a chance that yes, if I took this short right now, it would be perfect and I'd look like a hero. Look, it's already selling off, but that's not how I'm trading. That's have I won those? Absolutely. I've hit some crazy R to R's with that because it's just they're perfect, right? You're literally selling at the top like an absolute beast, but that's not what we're doing today. We're gonna wait because if this decides it wants to keep going up, then I'm gonna let it, right? I'm not gonna interrupt it. You want to come up all the way up here, fill these imbalances, and then turn around? That's fine by me. I will wait it out. Now S&P 500, it is getting through a level of volume area low. So what exactly does that mean? Can you explain that analysis? Level of low volume. Maybe it's better if I do not write anything about level of resistance, as everybody does have their own way to trade, and I do not want to. No. I want you to explain it. Yeah, just explain it briefly the best you can. Just give me an idea of what this area means, like what it means with low volume. There's like a level of resistance and support. Sorry, I don't explain myself in English very well. That's okay. I appreciate that. Yeah, a level of resistance, support, supply and demand. It's all the same relatively. You can see, look at as soon as price taps this 30-minute imbalance, it starts selling off. Just textbook, right? Right in this. Remember I talked about this. The 15-minute, yeah, the 15-minute leg of price from here to here. There was no retracements, and so now it retraced perfectly in the 50% 618. So everything's lining up really nice. So I mean, as of right now, like would a short entry be bad? No. I mean, if I had a better stop, like if my goal was a 1 to 2 today or a 1 to 3, like would I be comfortable taking this trade? Yes, I think this is great. I think this gives it lots of room to breathe as it's rejecting this 30-minute imbalance. Yeah, this area of liquidity, supply and demand, support and resistance, whatever you want to call it. So like, do I think this is a bad entry? Absolutely not. I think this is a very reasonable entry. And if I was more of a swing trader, I guess you'd call it, I don't know what the true definition is, but um, I would be happy with this trade. But again, I want to break a structure personally because I want a much better risk to reward. I don't want to anticipate this coming all the way. Like if this decides to keep going up and filling these imbalances, then I don't want to be in any short position. I want this to fully switch structure before I enter. So, but I mean, a 1 to 3, great trade. This stop is outside of all these imbalances, so odds are this 30-minute imbalance will eat up a lot of buyers, and this 15-minute imbalance would eat up a lot of buyers. So I'd be okay with this trade, but personally, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna let price come down, and there's a chance that it creates a swing low. It creates a higher swing low somewhere in this area. This might actually form as one. You can see it came down. Can't make this up. Like look how well price respects imbalances. Literally came down, just tapped it, and comes back up. Just perfect. Like absolutely perfect. Next level or point of control is 53.67. 53.67. So what do you mean by that? Point of control. Right around this 1 hour swing high. I am going to maybe get a position ready here. I'm checking on FP markets. Okay, I don't know. I'm not sure what that is. I might actually take this. It's filling this 30-minute, so couple things here. It hit this 30-minute imbalance, and you can see it's rejecting it wick after wick after wick after wick. It filled this imbalance here, which means it ran out of buyers, came down, got some buyers, came back up, still was not enough. It's past, it's 8:04 my time, so 10:04 Eastern. So kind of the big moves have, or the big volume, I guess, that would usually come into the market right at 8 a.m. Well, right at 7:30 a.m. and 8 a.m. has already come in, essentially. So I'm not worried about getting in a trade and having a big, big rip up or down right at 8 a.m., which that's happened before. So I like to wait. So you can feel like this is kind of settling out. It's deciding what it wants to do. After this candle, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think this will create a swing low, I think technically. So if it doesn't create an official swing low, then I won't take it, but no, price just pushing up a little bit higher. Okay, see, like this is why we don't enter yet. I need a nice shifted structure. And you can see, like, I mean, these are only 1-minute imbalances, but they'll still most likely get filled. They're not, they're still significant enough, especially if they're during session. Like these were only created 2 hours ago, so. Oh, now it's rejecting even more, so. Yeah, it really doesn't like this level. So telling me this is a good position, but I need a swing low. So if this doesn't create a official swing low like these lines, I'm not entering. So like I'm not in yet. I need this to create some sort of swing low. Point of control is like where most trades are placed in kind of an important level of support or resistance. Oh yeah, okay, that makes sense. And that's exactly what I marked up here too. All right, so this is the official, 1 hour swing high. But again, there's these wicks up here. So yeah, this area definitely, um, a lot of sellers would take positions up there. Um, we'll reset this. This is where just being disciplined and patient really come into play. You can see, look, now it wants to come up even higher. Um, Even though this wick did technically fill this imbalance, it barely tapped it. So this one came down a little bit further, got some more buyers. It's really deciding what it wants to do, right? So we have buyers here. We have a lot of sellers up here. So it's the bulls versus the bears. I don't want to get stuck in the crossfire. I'm going to wait. I probably won't take a buy entry. So like if this keeps breaking higher, I'm not taking no buys. I want to shift in structure because, like I said, the main money maker, because I do believe this is shifting bearish overall, the real money maker is filling all these imbalances down here. So I am not interested in a long position at all. I'm only interested in a short position if it breaks structure. So I saw between the VAL and POC, there are many important levels, like mostly weekly and daily VWAPs are over there. So buy a short. Yeah, see, that's a great analysis. And like, that's the thing is like you could take short positions now or up here, if price gets up there. But I like a definitive shift of structure just to enter, right? If you were swing trading, like if you wanted to take a swing trade, like today's Wednesday, and let's say you wanted to like, or even like, um, yeah, like if you wanted to be short overall for the week, then it's probably a good bias to have. But I'm not placing an entry just based on that. And look at it, it's really struggling with these imbalances. But I'm going to be patient. I'm going to let this create a swing low and then break it. So I'm going to set an alert when a new swing low once per bar is created. It'll notify me. Love how we have different ways to trade, but in the end we kind of have the same analysis. Yeah, that's exactly it. Um, there's a million different ways to trade. Whatever's profitable for you, whatever makes sense, the psychology that works for you. Um, if you are a long-term trader, like a swing trader, for example, and you want to hold a trade for weeks, and you're able to just be okay with the fluctuation, that's one thing. Or if you're like a scalper, or I'm pretty, I don't know. I think I'm like an intraday trader. I think that's the right term. I like to be in and out within the same day. Sometimes I'll hold it for 2 days. Don't really hold anything over the weekends. But yeah, there's so many ways to trade. Like you could trade, trend line breakouts, right? I don't know, like look, it broke this trend line. Now you're heading up. I don't know, whatever makes sense to you. Fibonacci. Are you there's are you are you counter trend trader, a trend trader? Are you do you trade really well during consolidations? Impulse trader, like whatever. So we got our new swing low officially. So it actually takes another candle. So it'll take this candle to solidify. So as of right now, this is my first entry. After this candle closes, technically. Yeah, me too. Even though in the last weeks I feel more comfortable as a scalper trader. Yeah, and that can change over time too. So like the way you like to trade, as markets change too, or your lifestyle changes, right? If you're busy with a family or something, maybe it makes sense to swing trade more. If you have a full-time job and you can't look at charts in the morning, session is another big thing. So like I only trade New York session for the most part, never London because it's 2 a.m. my time, so I'm not. Uh, I don't want to be up at 2 a.m. to trade. Doesn't benefit my life. So New York works well for me. Intraday trading, getting in, getting out, kind of thing makes the most sense for me. We look at our pound dollar trade yesterday. Did I delete everything? No, I still got it. Like this was a really good trade. I was out at 9:05 in the morning. So like, yes, did it go further? Could I got more out of it? Yes, but I was done trading by 9 a.m. So that's perfect. I didn't have to worry about any of this. I didn't have to worry about the Asia transition or the London transition. I was already out, right? So that's how I like to trade now. I don't like to lose sleep over my positions. I don't like to have to check my phone throughout the night managing things, because like this can reverse at any time. It can be a perfect trade. Also, just reverses. Trump throws out a tweet or something about tariffs, and it just totally dicks my trade. I'm gonna get this ready actually. What is my one? Okay, I'm going to set this trade up. So we have a sell. I'm gonna set it up as a break of structure. So if it hits this at all, it'll enter me 56.25.99. Stop loss is 56.30.99. And my take profit as of right now is gonna be 55.75.99. So this is officially set. Make note of this. Trade entry set. Upon this break of structure, even if it just taps into it, it'll enter me. I'm okay with losing a few positions if it decides it wants to tap, come back up, fill these imbalances, whatever it wants to do. I'm okay with that. I can take a few losses at the start here. It's no big deal. You can see it filled this 1 minute balance, came up, filled this bigger one now, and it's selling off. So that's nice to see. So if it needs more sellers here, it's got them. All these imbalances are just more sellers. So I like that. That's right. For me, as I do live in Italy, London and US sessions are the best. Yeah, you kind of get both, which is sick. I don't know. You're probably, if London is 3:13 right now, it's probably like 4:15 or 5:15 your time. I mean, I could look it up really easy, but I think London's just a couple hours behind you, maybe 1 hour behind you. I have to go as my girlfriend's getting back home from work and have to bake some bread. And wow, that's real Italian. Finishing to prepare the dough for the pizza. Yeah, man, that's awesome. Have a good evening. Appreciate you joining the stream. We'll see how my trade goes tomorrow. Well, we'll see how it goes tonight, but we'll talk about it tomorrow. Or today, I guess. All right, now we just wait. Let price consolidate at this area, let it do its thing. Make an alert here when price crosses this swing low to enter. Really taking its sweet time in this area, which is good. It's filling a lot of positions. All right, we're getting close. Getting close to our entry. Really taking its sweet time. Right at this, man. That's so beautiful. Just being real patient and disciplined with this. Come on, sell off. Let's check the news quick here. Oh, we have interest rates today. That's why it's a little slow right now. Yeah, it's a big move will probably come in the next 4 hours or so. Even though they're not changing interest rates still. Well, we'll wait. If we don't get an entry in the next hour or so, well, there's no trades today. Should have checked news earlier. That's why it's slow. And it filled this retracement absolutely perfect. Wow. Might be creating a new swing low here. See if this creates a new swing low. Oh, we got our new swing low. After this candle closes, oh, it's moving pretty good. We're going to adjust our position to go to this swing low here. Another 30 seconds for this to close. Hopefully it doesn't hit this in the next 30 seconds. There you go, pull back a bit. Come on, pull up a bit. I don't want that to hit yet. We're going to adjust our position here. Oh no, get out of here. This is still my entry. Still not in yet. No entry, thankfully. Never came down. Now it's retracing. Still no entry. Like it came down, tested these swing lows, right back up. Thankfully, it never came down to this one. Avoided a loss. This will actually create a new swing low here on this wick. Let's see, anything else moving today? Probably not. Nope. Okay, this might be setting up again. I might keep this just, yeah, even though there's technically a higher swing low. Pretty iffy. Let's keep this one here. Man, this thing is just taking its sweet time up here, chilling in this area. It's gotta be patient. Sitting on your hands. Biggest part of trading. All right. We're going to adjust this now. Not a ton, but is a true swing low here. Multiple swings here, so it's definitely a nice area that if structure breaks, it'll keep going. Might be going to fill this imbalance up here first. Or who knows, maybe there's no buy or no trade today. It's gonna keep going up. Yeah, I mean, well, it's already been that high today. I guess we'll see. Just gonna adjust this. 56, 26, 54. Stop is 56, 31, 54. Our profit's 55, 76, 54. If I don't get anything in the next half hour, 45 minutes, then there'll be no trade for today. But I think a lot of volume's gonna come in 3.5 hours, so I might check back around then. But taking a trade around noon's kind of iffy. Yeah, I was still gonna wait another 45 minutes or so, half hour, 45 minutes. But I could see this just slowly trickling up for the rest of the morning till news comes out at noon. Oh, we're getting some sells. Lots of sellers in this imbalance here. Got our entry set. Just gonna let this come down. Oh, of course, it's getting bought back up. I need you to sell off. Oh. There is a 30-minute imbalance here. It's a little, might throw off my entry a little bit here. It's just a 30. Wow. So the problem with this entry is it's right at an imbalance. So there's going to be an abundance of buyers in this area. So it might screw me, might not. This 30-minute imbalance is entirely filled now, so that's good. Great sign. I'll delete that. Patience, patience, patience as this consolidates. Yeah, this 30-minute imbalance might dick me. As soon as price enters here, there's a lot of buyers here, so I might get bought up. Might be creating a higher swing low here. If I can get in up here, that would be a little bit better than getting in right at this imbalance. Oh, we got it. Not changing my position yet because it's not solidified. I need this candle to close. Another 20 seconds. We'll look to reposition our trade up here. I'll get everything set with my broker right now. A little aggressive, but I think it could still be good. 53. Okay, we're legit. That closed. Oh, I might not be able to get in this time. Entries 56.30. 49. Stop is 56.35.49. Okay, our new entry is set. I'm just going to adjust my take profit here to 55.80.49. Man, it's heavily consolidating in this area, which is a good sign, but if it drags me into position here and it continues to consolidate, probably won't take multiple. I'll just call it a day. So I don't want to be stuck in a consolidation phase while I'm trying to win a trade. This is fun talking to myself. No one's on the stream, but it's good for documenting. It's like a play-by-play journal. I'm actually going to put that as my title. Still no trade entry. 8:42. So we got about another half hour before we call it a day. Such heavy consolidation in this area. See if we got to break the structure here. Come on, come on. Man, last 10 minutes, price hasn't even moved. But I don't think any of the other markets are even better. Swiss yen, 0.72. Yeah. Look at that quick here, actually. I think I have it here. Yeah. Okay. Swiss yen's moved quite a bit. This 1 hour candle's looking really nice. Still no entry though. Oh, I'm hoping we get a break of structure, and I know it's gonna have issues once it hits this 30-minute imbalance, but oh, new swing low officially. I'm not gonna adjust mine. Well, yeah, if this candle closes, I'll adjust it. Okay, we'll adjust this ever so slightly in the next 5 seconds here. Template, SMP. Okay, that swing was official now. We'll adjust this quickly. Hopefully I don't get triggered in. 56, 30, 74. Oh. 56, 35, 74. My new entry. Okay, that's in. We're officially in. We're just going to adjust my take profit. New one is 55, 80, 74. Basically the same as the last one, but there we go. It's official. Just waiting for this break of structure here. About another half hour before I gotta call it day. Okay, still not in. I need price to come down. Oh, probably gonna get an entry right away here. Still nothing, still nothing, still nothing. We're officially in. I am prepared to lose this first position, but there's a chance it does keep going. I'm gonna have issues with this 30-minute balance. I already know that, especially because there's not enough liquidity in the market right now. So as soon as price hits this imbalance, very good chance that there's enough buyers here that'll automatically trigger, which is not good for my position, but we'll see if we can get this just to come down a bit more. I mean, let's just see. because I don't want to wait all morning and I have a lot of other stuff I got to do. This is pretty much a 1-to-1, which is terrible risk to reward in my opinion, but because I'm already in this trade, but we'll see. We got about 25 minutes, so if this decides to keep breaking, I'd be good with that. So far, so good. So far, looks really, really good. We got some healthy candles. Gonna hit this 30-minute imbalance though right away, so that might cause me some issues. Oh, we got someone on the stream. Welcome. I don't have to talk to myself this whole time. Actually, I like talking to myself. It's good. I can watch these back and learn about my psychology in the moment. Okay, so far so good. Yep, keep going, keep going. We hit our 30-minute imbalance. Like I said, this is probably where our issues come. How big is this? It's not even registering. Oh, it technically, oh, it's already filled. Okay, we might be good. We might be super good, actually. Oh yeah, she's breaking nice. Oh, I spoke too soon. Told you. I told you. As soon as it hits this 30-minute imbalance. We'll see, though. I mean, it could go either way. No, perfect. Keep going, keep going. This is a 1 minute. I'm just going to mark this so I can see it on the other time frames. This little 1 minute imbalance is a good sign because it means that we have bearish momentum. But on the other end, there's a chance that it wants to come fill this. Oh man, this is great. Oh yeah, we're cooking, boys. Oh yeah, we're cooking now. Keep going, keep going. What are we at so far? We're at a 1 to 1.6. I'm going to move my stop to break even. I got in at 56, 30, 74. Oh yeah, right on. My entry is perfect. 56, 30, 74. Trade entered. Oh, we can adjust this. Trade entered. Stop. Set to break even. And I'm giving gold out. Nobody's on this stream. Oh well. Okay, so we are good. We'll just let this run. I'm going to sit here for the next 20-ish minutes. Let this run and just see. So far, so good. I'm prepared for this to retrace at any moment, especially right here. Might cause me some issues down here, cause a retrace, but that's okay. We got some imbalances here. 1, 2, 3 imbalances. That there's more. These are in my favor because even though if price will most likely retrace back to them, there's sellers here, 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 so those will help me. So far, we're doing great though. Super happy with this. Man, I should have risked more on this entry. I expected to lose the first couple. But I mean, technically, this would have been the first one, but I never took it because it wasn't good enough for me. So technically, I kind of entered on the second break of structure, but for me, it was the first. So currently, we are up roughly 1 to 2.5. This is moving really, really well. Oh yeah, just continue. Perfect. Glad I waited. I didn't think any volume was going to come into the market till this afternoon with interest rates, but this is great. And if I can hit, we got a 1 to 5 here. We're pretty much at 1 to 3 now. So, but we'll keep this in mind. This could keep breaking. I mean, if it breaks this area, then pretty solid shot all the way down, in my opinion. But I think this is where it's actually going to struggle now. So, oh, I think, oh man, this is moving good. Look, I look like a, I look like a genius entering perfectly up here, but holy, yeah, keep going, keep going. I thought I was gonna have issues with this 30-minute imbalance, but nope. Man, this is holy. This is beautiful. This is like the perfect trade. Absolutely perfect trade. I'm really grateful I took this position instead of hesitating. Really nice consolidation pattern up here though. Kind of stable top and stable bottom, so as soon as it broke, it makes sense. But I did think I was going to have issues with that 30-minute imbalance up here, but nope. Still solid. I do expect a retrace at some point. This 1 minute leg of price is not retraced at all. I'm just looking on the hourly candle, which is about to close. We're at 28 points. Usually moves about 18, so this 1 hour candle might be running out of strength. 1 minute wise, it did break this structure. Man, it's continuing. Okay, perfect. You know what? I'm not even gonna argue with this. This is perfect. This is fantastic. Look at that. Just straight shorts, man, all the way down. This is so nice. Delete that. This segment of price that I drew here did retrace perfectly to this 618 level here. So we can delete that now, clean this all up. Man, this is so nice. Just keep going. But again, I do expect this to retrace anytime here. Maybe the next hour candle, the next 4 minutes, we'll start to retrace. Should have risked more on this trade. I only risked 1%. But yeah, absolutely flawless. Like even right now, I would adjust this actually. Because I have to go soon and I'm worried about this retracing, I'm going to move this to a 1.5. So 56.05, 74. So this is my new stop or my new take profit. Just because I do have to go in the next 15 minutes. Probably going to hit this. I bet you this just keeps going all day, but it's going to retrace at some point, and I just don't want to get stuck. I'd rather just take my, this is a 1 to 5 right now. Absolutely beautiful. Flawless entry here. So, you know, I won. If I win this trade right away here, it's a 1 to 5. I didn't take any losses this morning. I expected a few losses at the start, or at least a couple, but I got the perfect entry here. So we got our stop set to break even. I'm not too greedy. This could retrace at any moment. You can see all these imbalances exposed now. So it's consolidating a tiny bit as of right now versus this previous movement. So I just need one little push down to 56.05 here to take me out. That's my 1 to 5 take profit. Might come up, tap this 1 minute, which is also this area here. Price just recently broke. So yeah, this is probably going to see, and this is why I moved my take profit to 56.05 here for this 1 to 5, because if it decides to start retracing here, I'm going to get stuck in that. And it might take the next, because I got to go in like 15 minutes. It might take 15 minutes for this to just move from here to here, because it might want to fill this imbalance and this one. So we just got to wait this out. Oh, rejecting. That's a good sign. Just need a tiny little push to get an official 1 to 5. Just going to take a quick break here. Hopefully when I come back, I hit my take profit. Okay, I'm back. It hit my take profit. Perfect, right here, 901. So, I mean, there's a good chance that this continues. Quite a ways down. Let's see, it's Wednesday. We got interest rates coming out in a few hours. So, there's got a lot more movement, most likely when that comes in. But for the week, I would make the assumption that this comes quite a bit down here. Oops. Mark, grab this. Why can't I grab you? There we go. I mean, this trade might have been good for a lot more than 1 to 5, but we'll see. This is all documented live, so we can check back if my analysis was right for the week. We'll move that. So this officially was a 1 to 5 that I closed. First entry of the day, fantastic entry. Sync this up a little bit. Oops. This looks like this. Oh, screw this all up here. Have to adjust this. This was my entry. Move this all the way over here. There we go. My official was 1 2. Oh, 1 2 5 was hit. So yeah, perfect trading day. Hit that 1 to 5. I'm happy. I got to go right away here. There's pretty low volume this morning because everyone is waiting for interest rates to come out in a few hours. Even though they're supposed to remain the same. So major volume will come in later, which is okay. Which I mean might have been in my best interest to just hold this position and leave my stop at break even. But I'm happy. I hit a 1 to 5 very clean. Took. Oh, you're back on the stream. Yeah, the trade went perfect. Perfect 1 to 5. Look at this. Absolutely flawless. Entered at 8:47. Officially closed at 9:01. So yeah, 14 minutes. Like I said, that's the type of trading I like doing. Getting in, getting out. I do think this has a lot more potential. And if we had more volume in the market, and I had more time this morning, I would just hold this and watch it, or at least leave my stop at break even like I had it, and just let this run. But I'm happy with the 1 to 5, especially because I got in on this perfect entry here. It didn't take 2 or 3, shots earlier on, so that I had to get a bigger reward to make the day profitable. Day was instantly profitable. I mean, it doesn't really get better than this, in my opinion, as far as entries and exits. Pretty much went straight to my take profit. My original take profit was 1 to 10, but then I adjusted it to 1 to 5 because it broke this level here nicely. And then, yeah, pretty much straight to my 1 to 5. A little bit of a pullback here, barely filled this 1 minute imbalance, and now back down. So you can see it's somewhat consolidating now. So again, this might start filling these imbalances again because there's not a lot of volume in the market to push it down further. So it might just come back up. So I'm glad I think I made the right decision. I got out of it. 1 to 5, super happy. Like anytime you can 5x your money in 14 minutes, you should probably do it. So flawless execution. Really happy with myself on this trade. I'm glad I streamed it live so everyone else can learn from it. I can watch this back and learn. You can see it's actually testing this area again and selling off. So yeah, this has a lot more potential. We'll see how bad I'm kicking myself in the ass by the end of the week, because this entry might have been absolutely perfect for like a 1 to 30, or at least 1 to 20. But hey, that's okay. There's a lot of unknowns. Like I said, interest rates coming out in the next few hours could move this quite a bit. So it's all just hindsight. So come Friday, I might look back at this and be like, oh, I should have held it. But that's, you don't know that. So I'm happy, 1 to 5, super happy with the 1 to 5 this morning. Had to wait, really patient through this greasy consolidation here, really patient with my entry, but managed to do it effectively. So happy with that. Thanks for joining the stream. I'll see you in the morning tomorrow. I guess it'll be at late afternoon your time, but morning my time.